boys and girls. Okay, today's the day where we're going to put all of our pieces together for our story quilt. So you should have filled out your information paper with your sentence strips. And Mrs. Walker, if there's a post-it note on there, then you have some spelling errors you need to fix before you trace it with Sharpie. But if you've got everything on there, I want you to start by tracing all of your words with Sharpie. Okay, so I am pretending today that I am Elvis Presley. Okay, so my name is Elvis Presley. When I grow up, I want to be a movie star. He actually was a movie star. He became a movie star. And he said he likes me. He loved music, actually. But I put, I like music. I love to entertain. Okay, when you are done tracing, if you see any pencil, like I can see I have a little bit of pencil lines in here that either I missed when I was tracing, so I'm just going to take my eraser and clean that up. You might use a big eraser. Actually, I don't want to use up this one. I think I will use my big eraser. So take your big eraser. I noticed on the B here I need to erase that because I didn't exactly go right on it. And then once you have that all nice and clean, it looks beautiful, you are going to cut them apart. So you're going to cut right between here. Don't cut off any of your letters, okay? So when you're cutting, stay right in between the words. Okay, so there's one. Now this one's extra long. I don't need the rest of that. Wherever the period is, I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, and this one is actually just the right size, so I don't have to trim anything off of it. Well, I could trim a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Then this one is actually two sentences, right? Two separate sentences. So, oops, I gotta make sure I don't cut off the letter P there. I'm going to cut these two apart because this one says one thing. It says I love to entertain people, and this says I like music. I'm going to shorten that just a little bit. Okay, now that I have all of them cut out, I'm going to rearrange them on my quilt. So you'll want to take your picture that should already be cut out. If it's not, you'll have to cut really carefully around the edges of your face and your shoulders. This one, I'm going to put him clear over here because there's this square edge where part of the picture is missing. I'm going to put him right here in the corner. And then I'm going to make the words look like they're coming right out of his mouth, and maybe a few short ones. So I'm thinking that my short sentences are going to fit better here. So right now what you're going to do is kind of figure out how you're going to fit these on. Okay, some of these are really long, so they're going to need to be in different places. Okay, so figure out how they best fit on your paper. Don't forget your name one. That's very important. You want that one in there. Rearrange them so that they fit the best way that you can. And then glue everything down. Okay, once you have everything. Now this is kind of overlapping. I might just trim just a little bit of the top of that off just so that it will fit right in there. There. Okay, now I'm ready to glue. Once I have all these glued down, it goes on the drying rack. And you are done. Be sure you throw away all your paper scraps. Our glue bottles, right now this one's closed. I know somebody had trouble opening their glue bottle. Don't open the bottom cap. Hold on to that one, and to open the top cap, just twist it. And if you, when you see the two caps have a space between them like that, that's open, that's closed, right? When they're tight touching together. So I'm going to open it. And then when you're putting glue on here, you don't need a ton of glue. Just put either dots around the outside edge like this, or make a little line around the outside edge. But don't put so much glue that it squeezes out all over your beautiful quilt, okay? Same thing with your sentence strips. You can either put a dot around the edge, or sometimes I just draw a line on there, just a thin line like that, and then stick it down, okay? And I even feel like I probably could have trimmed this. Actually, I think I'm going to, because I don't feel like I need all that paper. That's a lot of paper. I want to see my beautiful quilt. So If you want to trim some of if you have some that's just a lot of extra white paper, you can trim that off. Oops, I'm messing up my whole plan here, aren't I? You can trim off any of that extra. The rest of these look pretty good, but that one I think was a lot of white space. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish gluing this. Okay, when you are all done, give it the shake test. Make sure nothing falls off. Make sure your glue is closed and wiped off, and that goes back with the glue. Throw all your trash away and bring this to Mrs. Walker, and I will take a picture of it for your Artsonia account.